Look loud. We're back on the episode from the Goddess of Victory, and for this game, I'm back because I realized I didn't spend all the gotcha pulls that I had. I had one more, and then I also was going to come back and do a video and say, hey, you know what? Let me say what I did to get to level 100 and more, and then maybe it'll help somebody else. Maybe you'll tell me something in the comments that I might have missed that can help me keep adding levels to these ladies, or you can help somebody else. That's something big. I'm thinking, small, big content creators should have that conversation of free to play, but free to play and you don't have stuff versus maybe you have things and you're letting us know. It's much, the struggle is harder down here. So first, like, again, this game, the plot is thick. The storyline is basically there's alien robots, think Arc Raiders, that have taken the surface. And so what scientists have come up with is if you can take, and I could be just paraphrasing this completely wrong, if you take the women's brains from ages preteen to like mid-20s, right? You can put them in robots. And sure, the robots can look like robots that you fight on the surface, but no. We're gonna make these robots have certain assets, and those robots are going to fight for us. Now, as someone who's in charge of a team of robots called NIKKEs, if I'm saying it correct, Nikki or point blank, it's my job to train them up and also love them in their own special way. And that's how this game is. Love them in their own special way. Now, with that being said, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more. We'd love to have you join the Critics Collective. And so the first thing I did, again, being free to play, I do not spend money on any of these games. I can't remember the last time I spent money on a game. Might have been Clash of Clans. And there's nothing wrong with spending money. Being a minnow, a dolphin, a whale, doesn't matter. Love yours. But for me, I don't have it. If you want to send it to me on my Cash App, fine, go for it. But anywho, the game is going to give you something, whether it's a welcome back or it's going to be a first time player thing. I think you need to take advantage of that. I think there's 2 times, maybe 3 times whenever you're going to get a kind of a push or a boost to level up or to get gems to make your roster better, whatever the currency is. I think the first thing is whenever there's an anniversary or a big update, a new character, new storyline. The other one is if you're coming back for the first time and are coming back in general, been gone, coming back, whatever. And sometimes you can even do it to an advantage, if you know how long you can be gone and then come back and get loot. But anyways, and the first time you play. So you just want to go through and honestly just play the game. Like a lot of times if you play the game, you're going to unlock whatever's there. If you're kind of curious, you're like, man, I'm just not able to just look at whatever the challenges are. They put it there for a reason. This game does a pretty good job of letting you go to wherever it's saying. Cookie Run Kingdom does that as well. Sort of solo leveling is just kind of the norm. They want you to stay in this world. They'll give you so many days to do it, but a lot of times if you just play the game, again, I've been playing this 14, 15 days. I finished this 7-day challenge by, I think day 3. Most of this was done because they'll give you kind of the days, and then some of them you can do early, but come in here and make sure you're getting those rewards. The game is going to also give you other banners in a way to get rewards. So again, you're going to keep going through some of these. Now you'll be able to do some of these early once they unlock. Yeah, some of them are unlocked. They'll be, hidden behind a wall. But again, work on trying to do this. If you play the game, a lot of it's going to happen. But check in here. There might be something you can do, add to your dailies that you didn't know you were doing to get the big ticket item, whatever that is. Always checking this every day, finding a way to say, okay, how do I do the grind in, 15 minutes, 30 minutes? Because again, you want that loot, you want the stuff to pull, and you want the stuff that's going to help you pull maybe an SR or SSR character that's going to help your team big time. And I can't just go in there and not pick up this claim all. Let me just get this. That'd be ridiculous. I just say, come in here and pick up your and then I don't. There's 2 in here. Let's see, there's 2. Yeah. And that's one of the things with this game where I'm like, if just clean it up. Like, I just want to click it twice and or click it once and get it. I said claim all. I didn't say claim some and then claim the rest later. The other thing you have in this game is you have the cell phone. Bubble, what is it called? Blah, blah. You'll get gifts by playing the game. Certain missions you'll do, you can claim the gift, and whenever you're ready, come back and click through the, wish there was a skip button. Honestly, I wish there was just something in the game where it's like, hey, I answered the phone. Do I need to go through this? No, I shouldn't have to. I should be able to hit auto. Same thing on a lot of the dialogue. You go to hit auto and it'll do it for that session. It's not going to do it the next video. When there's certain games like, other games where it's like you say, hey, look, you want auto? You want to skip this? We won't ask you this again for at least 24 hours. But yeah, go in there, get your gifts. You can have your conversations with your NIKKEs. You can have your conversations with the group chats that they have for the ladies in here, and then knock them all out. They're going to just like that's exactly how this was. You'll come in here and you just, like I said, get used to coming in here. All these little things are going to give you something. It seems like a lot when you're new, or it seems like, man, what did I miss? I haven't been here for a while. Honestly, I just believe the game is going to put you in that situation to show you what you need to do, because they want you to stay here. So I go in here, I click whatever is needed here, get rid of these little notifications. Some of it's stuff for the shop, some of it's to make something wiggle, and then you go ahead and you'll unlock it. There you go. You got it. You're good. Again, just playing the game. Recruiting, I pulled some, they gave me some. There you go. Let's see. The other thing that I would say is, starting from the beginning of the game, if you go to the missions, you want to do the story. Every game kind of has that. You want to do the story. You'll get stuff for it. Now, as far as the story for each character, I don't think you get things to level up. I think you get diamonds or jewels or something like that. But you want to do the story. The more you do the story, the more you're able to gain levels, because you'll get this currency here, which is this here. This is what you'll get to level up, especially with the synchro. So when you're in a battle, I'll just do a battle and talk. Let me reset this and see if this is gonna clear this, because I didn't plan to clear anything. I plan to walk through it, but I'm like, man, if I could clear it too, it's 2 birds, 1 stone. So a little small change, done serious. So if you go in here and you clear it, you'll get the loot, but you don't have to clear every machine in front of you, every enemy. What I do is I purposely go around them the best I can, and I come back for them later. It could be math wise making no sense, because I'm coming back and I'm doing it later, but I'm trying to get to the next power increase by beating the final mission, the final bad guy. The other thing you get is you get these missions are bad guys that spawn at past missions that you beat. You don't have to go back and deal with them until you're ready. I'm level 100. I'm just now going back, collecting all the items. And it's literally an apocalyptic dream, because there's no one there that's a threat. Everybody else I can beat. So I just walk around, pick up whatever I need, and go through it. And I'm like, hey, look at that. I got it done. It's finished. The other thing I would say is making sure that you don't use your resources on characters that you like, maybe visually. Like if that's your thing, fine, but don't be surprised if you find out that character is not used for that gameplay, not PvE. Maybe they're a PvP player character, or maybe they're for guild battles and stuff like that for the union. For the union, just keep that in mind. Me, I like to do my homework and say, hey, look, these are some characters I want to invest in. Like Drake is one, Litter is another one. So there's certain characters where I'm like, hey, like Label, I love Label. She has the shield, and then when the shield cracks, which it did, that shield right there, when it cracks, she procs her ability. And so normally she's the last person standing because she has a shield. But I know that she's not one of the top tier characters, but she was one of the first characters I pulled that happened to be also a good character, well-rounded in some other areas of the game. We did not do this one. Ran out of time, I think. What did it say? Yeah, they ran out of time. Okay, so we ran out of time on that one, which is fine. I didn't expect, I wasn't ready for that. I didn't even know what the enemy was. Which I wish you got a little something for failing, but there's no energy in this game, so like beggars can't be choosers. But what you want to do is you click here, and you can go back to all of these. You see where it says complete, and you can look for these little, and they'll have like music, cash, gym resources, so that you can, you know, go ahead and pull again. So I would say, hey, look, if you're stuck on a mission, back up, come in here and just start picking up some pieces. Like I said before, you may have a secondary side quest. You may have something that was locked by a limit, like level 80, level 100. We'll come back, because level 80, you're going to wash it. Even if you don't participate, because you can't use auto, you're still going to wash it. That's another thing. You also have the hard mode. So, and I haven't even really used the hard mode, but you can come back in hard mode and there's more resources for you. So if you get stuck on the main story, go check out hard mode. If hard mode and the story, you're just stuck at a wall, then I think the next thing that you look at is you look at your gear, right? The game is really good at giving you gear, but if you don't put the gear on, you're not going to get that boost. There's just certain things that's going to give you boost. Mind you, I'm saying this from a free to play. I'm still learning this game, so I feel like it comes off a little different. But you want to look at your Nikkes whenever you see the little dot. There's something to be done there. A lot of times it's with gear. So what I do is I come in here, I take a look, and I add gear or change gear for every character. As soon as I get a pull, I'm like, welcome to the team. I get you gear. I just do the quick equipped until I get to like mid-game, in-game, mid-maxing. I'm not really trying to spec resources into the gear, so it's zeroed out. Now, if it's a character that I'm like, this is on my list, I'm gonna max this stuff out. Now, in my opinion, don't do this with every character, because the problem is the resources you're going to lose if you did this for your full team is ridiculous. Now, don't get me wrong, I have these, but I also have a crate of like another 900 that I can pick what resources, but I don't want to use it yet because I'm working to see what team I'm going to get. I want to keep my resources. But yeah, go in here and check and make sure, hey, are they equipped? Do you have a cube to put on? Even if it's not spec to the right cube, just do you have a cube to put on? Changes the strength of your character. So that's, like I said, something I do. I get stuck and I go in here and I just bomb. That's it. Just hit the quick button. Keep it moving. I don't think it through anything more than that. If it was PvP, it'd be different. If I was maybe on the other side of 160, it'd be different. But if I'm sitting there saying, man, I'm a little stuck at a mission or something, I'm going to use the resources that the game is going to give me. Now, the other thing that you can use, and I'll not bore you with all of that because I'll go through that offline, but the attraction rank, the affection you have games like Blue Archive that has this as well, this mechanic with the level. And what you do is you end up getting a boost, significant boost in abilities because of your relationship. So you can either try to have a relationship with them because you think they're hot, and that's fine, live your life. Or you can have a relationship with them because you just want them to hit that much harder. So this was one of the best characters that I pulled. So I went ahead and ranked this one first. I'm like, hey, I want to rank that one maxed out. We're good. There are some other characters that, like Label. Let me see if I find Label. Label might be one of the ones that's up there. Let me see. Isabel. Is Label even on here? Is like, oh, well, we'll go here. Okay, so she's one of the main characters in the game. Even though she's not an SSR, she's still a main character. She still hits. You want to go in here and do your advise. Now, once you get into a certain level, I believe it's level 4, level 5, you can do quick advise, which means you don't have to go through the story and clicking and making the choices or skipping it. If not, and you're not there, you're gonna have to click this, which puts you through that. You can also give them gifts similar to increasing the weapons. These gifts will increase you see the red bar moving? This will increase that. And that's how you would go ahead and get that boost. So like I said before, you get a boost and it works out for you. It resets and you'll get a chance to do it again the next time. So on the character, in my opinion, you don't want to level them up, because if you leveled up all your characters, you would have no resources. The game starts you off with the blue ones right here. You'll get some of the purple ones. Just play the game. And then when you get stuck, come back in here and then you would level them up slightly. And it looked like I didn't get a chance to try it because I got lucky and I really started leveling up. But I think if you level up the blue, it increases the level of the purple versus you leveling up the purple first, then leveling up the blue. I'm sorry, I don't have the full details, but I just felt like I saw something, and before I could research it and figure it out more, I already had a really good team that came in, and then I opened up the sync, and the sync, I was able to level everybody up, whatever. So we talked about don't use your resources on everybody. Do your homework on what characters work for what. You want to make sure they have the gear and things on there, and you want to level up maybe 4 or 5 characters that will get you through. So if you, as you're pushing the content, you'll level them up only. You're basically doing the synchro by yourself without using a synchro. But at some point you do. At some point you do get the synchro. So we'll take a look at the synchro, and at some point you'll get a mission. I can't remember. I don't know if it's mission 4 or something like that, but you'll get a mission out at the Outpost, and it's going to have you unlock your synchro. You're going to need that and use that for the remainder. It's what's going to get you over the hump of 160, which I'm not there yet, but the idea is to get to 160 and beyond. I think the conversation is once you get to 160, then that's it. Now you get this world that's in here. There's some stuff you can build and whatnot. It's not necessarily important. It drives the story for the characters and the relationships, but if you're just talking about trying to level up, trying to get to 100, you'll come in here once it's unlocked. And what it's going to do, it's a lot of gacha games have it where it's going to level up multiple characters, and your lowest character is going to be the level for everybody else. Now, this game at the first only gives you, I think, 25 spots. You can play the game and get more. You can also buy more spots at $50 a spot, but it's ridiculous. The devs know it. It's ridiculous. But basically what you do is you come in here and you don't get a choice. Like once you start it, and it doesn't matter for you to overthink it, but once you start it, it's going to go with those characters unless those characters are leveled up differently. I think the only thing you could do is, which I've done, is you click the character, you remove them out, and then you can organize it how you want. So I have it by rarity, but it doesn't change crap. So you can literally kick everybody out and reline them up. It doesn't matter. I wish you can change it or do something different, but it is what it is. You want to come in here often. I don't know why this doesn't notify you when you have enough to level up, but you come in here often. And then what you'll do is you'll hit auto. I don't have enough, but you'll hit auto level. This won't be red, it'll be black on black. And then you would hit upgrade, and it's going to tell you beforehand, hey, when you get enough, it's going to level this up, or it's going to level these up. But again, whoever the last one is, that's what everyone's going to be. And that's important if you're doing other content in the game, PvP, things for the union, whatever. So you want to make sure that you're feeding this beast right here. When I said you have some characters that you do have some characters that you can borrow. So let me go back in here. The game is going to give you 3 characters. I think Litter is one of them. There's one that dresses in all pink. I can't remember, but there's 3 characters you get. Let me show you. Create a, I guess a default set for the 3. 1, 2, 3, right? So you see how they're shaded out? Because you can only use them. You can only use them 3 times per reset. But when you use them, look at the power you get. The problem is, and I'll go in here so you can see it. The problem is, as a new player, you use this resource wrong because the game doesn't show you anything different. Because what happens is when this is brand new, right? And you hit auto because you're trying to learn, you're figuring it out. Or you're like, man, I want the strongest team ever. If you put all 3 of the ones they give you, what's going to happen is you're going to get ridiculous, unlimited power. And it's going to jump this up. It's 50 now, but it's going to jump it up to, like, say, like 110. You don't need 110 to beat that enemy. So at first you're like, man, I'm beating it and I'm getting the levels. And no, you're using it wrong because you could use it more efficiently. I'll say that. You can use it more efficiently. So like I said, I made mine where each team, 3, 4, and 5, right? Each team has 1 member. I don't care where they're at. I don't care about the pieces around. This 1 team member is strong enough to clear the content I'm at right now. And as I get to harder content, then I'll have to probably use 2 on a mission or 3 on a mission. And then my best to finish that up, and that's just what it is. So just keep that in mind. You're gonna get help in the game. Just do not use all the characters in the same mission. It doesn't make any sense. So if I back out of here, again, it's not a reset. I might show you in another video. But for these enemies right here, right? Instead of me using all three, where it's 1, 2, 3, I don't have anymore. I just use all the 3 best they gave me. I just use them for no reason. I do 1. So now I can use one person, 1, 2, 3. That's it. That content is done. These 3 bad guys are done. That freebie character is done. There's no reason to go over here. Sure, there might be some hidden thing that you can pick, like some data point, but you don't need it. You come back for it later when you're strong enough to beat them without that. Why waste it? So then I click the next lineup and I use the next free character, and that's 1 victory there. 2, 3. So there you go. So that's 2 characters I just burned. I unlock this, which is going to unlock another door or portal that looks like this, right? It's probably going to, yeah, that one's probably going to unlock that one, obvious. And then now I have 1 character to use. Guess what? I can go ahead and take care of this. Because again, 1 character, 1, 2, 3, they're gone. And a lot of times it's a quick battle. So if you see underneath them and it's not moving, it's static, there's a quick battle. So that means that 1 character is going to really quickly beat. That's it. Now this one has to be a battle. If there's any animation underneath them, it has to be a battle. Anything like this has to be a battle. Same thing with this, has to be a battle, but those are quick battles. So again, 1 character, 1, 2, 3, they're done for the day. Then the next character, 1, 2, 3, they're done for the day. Now I get this character to help me clear the boss and get all the goodies. Then I still have that character for 2 more battles to pick up 2 more things of resources to help me level up, to go back to the synchro to level them up. Then when I'm finished, I come back to the mission and I beat these characters that were sitting here that I ran around, that I just scurried around them. And then I come back and I beat whatever the contest is. There's no reason to beat them all. My goal is to beat the mission. If I beat the mission, the main one at the end, I'm going to get some really cool gear. That's just me. And like I said, later on, I go back and I clear all that crap out. All right, so let's see. So we talked about how not to use the free characters they gave you. We talked about, messing kind of with the loadouts. Another thing with the loadouts that you can do is it's going to tell you here, effective range for your guns, but more importantly, the weak points. If you're having an issue and you just don't have there's unlimited power, and switch it to the weak point, and you may get a boost and you may surprise yourself. But there's times where I could probably do this better. This is off by 6,000. We'll say 6. It's not, I don't think so, but you get what I'm saying. There's times where I beat it when it's like 4 off, because the synergy's there. So just keep that in mind. You don't always have to have the recommended power, but I think this game punishes you if you're too far off. Like I'm too far off. And I think that's why I'm getting punished the way I am on that. So, all right, so we got that. Let's go back here. See if I missed anything as far as what I did. Again, you're keeping your resources. Only pick a team of 5, maybe 8, so that you can rotate some stuff in. But you want to do 5. I think it's perfectly fine to level up the blue ones. You're not wasting that resource on it, but you want to pull some of the characters so that you can build your team. The other thing is get into a guild or a union. That union is going to help you get into the union raid. That's content that you can get. There's perks you can get for being in a union, boost and stuff. Do that as soon as you unlock it. The friends list, go ahead and get the friends list. The friends list is free 99. You get 30, do 15, and then see how you like the game, what's going on. But then you start realizing, hey, you want to pick the 15, the rest of them. You want to make sure you get people that are active. The level, it's nice, but you want them active. Reason why is when you log in, just like Cookie Run Kingdom, you send and receive. So I just sent and received, and you get points, right? If you do it different times of the day, you're going to get this happening multiple times, not just on the reset. So what happens is you're able to do this pull. So we'll come in here and we'll do this pull. It's a free pull that you get. And while we're in here talking about pools, I think it does a really good job of having a feature banner. I think the percentages are good, but they make it such a grind to get that's the down part with this. They do make it such a grind to get the currency to do a pull. It's to me, I don't know, it feels like it's unforgiving. To me, to go through level mission 13, I think there might be 17 or 20 and not have enough to do. I think I've recorded most of the pulls, but I have not done nearly as many pulls as I've done in solo leveling or Cookie Run Kingdom. And that's just what it is. But it has been satisfying that I've been able to get certain characters. But I don't think you want to pull when it's a 1. You want to pull when it's 10, whether you use resources or not. The other thing is you want to set up your bonus recruit, right? This is the best banner, probably the only banner you should be in if you're new and you're trying to level up and get your team stronger. What a bonus recruit is going to do is two things. One, it's going to 3, 4, 5 things. It's going to be around a significant time, a year for the most part, longer, and it just keeps recycling. Another thing you can do is you can pick for each company that manufactures, you can pick the characters that you're looking to get. Pick your favorites, pick the plot because it's thicker, or like me, pick characters that you want because they're meta, whatever. But like I showed you with the synchro, you're trying to get power. You're trying to be efficient. Now, I don't have any of these characters, so this is fine. But for this, if I would have done the same thing when I have some of the characters, it does a disservice because what happens is when you get to 160, you need dupes, those stars, to move forward. So I'm going to tell the game, no, don't give me a new character. Give me the characters I currently have so I can get them to dupe. So I can get my synchro to 160 to get everyone to 160, or so I can go past 160 and make everyone past 160. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. So you have that. You also have in here an exchange, not necessarily, we'll say pity. You have an exchange. You can use 10 of them for it. But basically, once you get 100 pulls, you get an opportunity to pick any one of these. And the same thing, I don't own these characters, but the first one I'm going to pick is Litter. It's a support character. I'm a friendly support player, fan person, so it'll probably be this one. If I had to change, it would probably be Helm because Helm is the stronger for damage. I might actually do that. It just makes more sense if I'm talking about trying to get more power. But point blank, it'd be 1, 2, 3. Those 3 are the only ones. Why? Because I get the dupes. If I get the dupes, then I can go past 160 power. That's the name of the game. Let's go ahead and pull from this over here. What is this? Let me see something with this. Okay, that's paid. Gotcha. This right here. So you see how I have 180? That was that friendship thing I showed you. This is a free pull that I get. Always do the 10. This is a free pull I get just because I have a friends list. That's it. Just because I'm playing and other people playing. Damn it, I got purple. There was one time I did get a gold, an SSR character out of this, but it is what it is. It'd be cool if it was, sometimes where it would change and this would go flicker and turn gold. And like, oh, because that's what solo leveling does. I'm spoiled on that one. Yeah, so that's what you want to do here in the shop. I'm trying to see, is there anything else? Consumables is another one. I don't think you should be using your consumables, your cores. You should keep them. Keep all of this stuff. It changes in value as you go deeper in the game. So I'm keeping everything. These right here, as you see them kind of grow with their levels, they'll turn red with consumable. You'll get the alert consumable. This gives you an opportunity to get a free raffle. So a free pull from either one of the manufacturers, ASR and SR, SSR, or just straight up SSR. These are cosmetics, but you get a chance to get that stuff. Yeah, should have probably wrote notes. Notes probably would have been better, but yeah, you're trying to level up. You're stuck on a mission. Like I said before, do not use your resources on every character you have. Pick 5. You can level them up. I think it's okay to level up the blue ones because I did. Some blue and purple. Rappy or whatever her name is, she's a main character. You got to keep her and level her and keep her into it. And then you're trying to use your free characters to help push you through the content. And when you get the synchro, you want to make sure that you're using those 3 that you get per day. Instead of 3 days, you can max it out to 9 that you're getting a day. You want to make sure that you're coming in here and you're clicking and getting all the goodies, being in a union, having a friend list so that you can get some more pulls. checking your message to see if there's things in there. Not pulling just one ticket, save and pull 10. You get stuck at a campaign, just go do some hard campaign. Go back to some of the missions that you already passed and beat those bosses. They're not as impactful for the resource they give, but you beat enough of them, it might be just enough to give you a push. Love them, love the ladies, because what happens is if you do, the relationship gets better and they get stronger. Give them their skill upgrades, give them their gear. Then you can go in on the gear and you can upgrade their gear. So that's another thing, upgrading their gear. It gets you over the push. You don't have to do it for everybody, but it might be just that one person that you have to do it on. I'm sure I missed something, but at the end of the day, like I said before, I played this game 15, 16 days tops, probably closer to 15. Level 100, did not. The game I never had a spot where I'm like, man, I'm frustrated. This is tough. I just looked at it just like most other gotchas, and I was like, hey, log in, play the game, learn the mechanics. Here's the proof. Here's my login stamp. I just got this the other day. 14. So like I said before, you could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here. We greatly appreciate that. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, all that other stuff. And put in the comments, what did you do to get to level 100? It might help somebody else who's playing the game. It might help me. It might be a different thing. You might say, hey, look, yeah, you're doing this right, or no, you're doing this wrong. You should do this. This is what you should do. And it may help me. It may help somebody else. So that's what it's all about. Ooh, the defense posts. I almost forgot about this. There are some modes. You know what? We won't even go in that yet. Let's go here. You want to do your dailies. Okay, I know I mentioned the notifications and I kind of got sidetracked. You want to come in here and do your dailies. So you have your tribe tower, right? This right here is each manufacturer, right? So each day you come in here and you're going to have a manufacturer. And there's some days like the weekends where you have two, but for the most part, they rotate. You want to do them every day. You want to go up in the stages, not just for some of the mission stuff on the side, but it gives you really good gear. The only ones that can participate is if they're in the mission, if they're in that mechanical grouping, whatever it's called. I give you an example. Again, going with the freebie that you get, you still get free characters to help you. Now, the other one showed it was nothing, but you can use these characters in different parts of the game as well. They don't count. So you got, let's say you have 3 times to use them in like 3 different areas of the game, and this is one of them. So I've already used 2, save 1. I just realized this is what I saved it for. You're just letting it play auto, or if you want to, take off auto and play it, like live your life. But the gear is really good. You want to climb up these ladders, this tower, metaphorically speaking, physically, really point blank. You want to play this mode and you'll slowly climb up. It's also important to want to pull, whether it's an SR, an R, an SSR, so that you can have a team to start to climb. And at some point it is gonna, I'm assuming, become a hard climb and be something. Yeah, this game is the only game I have that I'm like, man, the optimization just maybe a little better. Whether I'm playing on PC or mobile, it feels like a little stagnant. But anywho, yeah, you just play it. You just play it. Let them do what they're doing. They're playing the game. They're shooting. They're killing, and just make this a part of your dailies. There's another thing as well. I think it's called Inception. I'm gonna have to look and see what that is. You want to do that one. There's another one called Lost Sector. You want to do it, but I just feel like it doesn't value my time. And what I mean by that for Lost Sector is it's this game where it's like you're going around. It reminds me of Metal Gear Solid Snake, and it's like, don't get me wrong, that's a great game, but it doesn't come off right on this, because you're clicking around a lot to move this, open here, to open this, to get the 3 boxes. Just give me a bad guy to beat up and give me the 3 boxes. It's not that I'm impatient. It's just, it doesn't value my time. So there you go. So I went from 9 to 10 and I'm done for the day. When it resets, I can go with the same team or another team, and I can slowly but surely increase my ranking and get more gear. You can also get pulls from this as well. Those shards I showed you. Like I said, this one right here, this is 1, because I only have 1 character in this group. these two groups, and she's not strong enough to beat the boss. She's all by herself. So I need to pull more. So it's cool that the game gives you stuff to pull. So you want to do that, make that a part of your daily. Arena, you want to make arena a part of your daily, if you're a PvP fan or not. It's just a really good way to get rewards and special loot and gear. A lot of times when you come into these places, if you hit ranking, you'll look at it and you'll see, and it may give you something out of the ranking. So it just kind of keeps you kind of active. But even if you lose, let's turn on quick battle. Just do it. Just do it for the loot. Do it for the love of the game. Make it a part of your daily. Like I said, as a new player, it might take you 40 minutes, 45 minutes tops to do the dailies, and then you'll have it in 30. And then before you know it, you're doing dailies for multiple games in about 15 minutes. You do what you got to do, log off, Yeah, I mean, for this game, I'm not really on the PvP, but I think it's because I don't have the characters from my list to do PvP. I have Drake that I could use. I could probably use Label, kinda. Am I a baby? Am I? I could probably. No, but I won't. But point blank, I don't have enough to have a serious team, so I just put a bunch of randos in there and just keep it moving from there. Yeah, I don't know what happened to this is not the first time this happened. Where I'm like, all right, it's back. It's back. I don't know what happened, but it's back. Yeah, so you just pick a round, just pick it, just do it. And you get a chance to make some stuff, make some currency, and then as you get later in the game, you can figure out exactly what you want to do with that stuff. I don't know what those resources do. I just know later on, when I get to a certain part, I'll take a look and do that. Like, whatever resources. What else? Let's show you this other one that was special, but you have arena. But go in there. This one right here. This is another spot here. You want to do this every day. This will give you, I think, rare. This will give you SR gear, and I think this one, once you get to level, is it 19? 16. Once you get level 16, I'm 3 levels away from this, but I think you get some really good gear here. But point blank, it's a really good system. You go in, you get every day you get to go in here, and I think you get 3 battles to go in. You check that weak point, get your team ready, you send them on their way, and then once you beat the boss, you can hit quick battle and you're done. Now, if you get a stronger team or you level up, you don't want to do quick battle, because the further you go, the more loot, the more gear you get. So if hey, look, that's the best my team has, then yeah, use your quick battle, 1, 2, 3, you're done. But you can also use a mock or a practice battle, which is cool because it lets you get the team ready. There's also things online that'll tell you the right, team to use to get the best damage. But that is really good. I really can't wait to get to the end of this, especially this anatomy thing, because I think I'm gonna get some good gear. This right here is cool. Simulation rule. You have something similar in solo leveling, Cookie Run Kingdom. It's basically a game where you're going against a boss or series of boss or a line of boss, and they're going to give you random cards, buffs, take a chance, things that you can do in the game to get loot. And just it's a different way. And I've actually liked this more than actual battle. And I normally do in most games, not most games. Normally I just enjoy it. This I enjoy it. I feel like this right here is the best part, probably one of the best parts of the game, because yeah, you're fighting the boss and some of the same bosses and whatever, but the fact that you can pick what you're choosing, what buff you want, what do you want, attack, do you want critical damage, do you want defense, do you want to revive everybody who died previously. This mode right here, this just annoys me, and I feel like it annoys me because I think I'm gonna have to fucking do this to get some good gear. I'm still researching it, but if I don't have to do this to get good gear, I'm out. I'm just out. I'm not going to show you what this looks like. You can find online. I probably have to do it to get the Harmony Cube or something. I don't know. This just does not value my time at all. I don't have the heart. It does not value my time. I'm not going to do that because I didn't research it. I don't want to click something like, I just use a bunch of shit. But yeah, it doesn't value my time, unfortunately. You have to click through, you're going through, and it's like, no, I don't want to. That's not the game I want to play. And then the rewards aren't significant enough for what they're asking me to do. Um, let's see. There's another thing that I thought about that was annoying too. When you certain parts of the mission, it's going to want you to come here because it's the manager's office, the commander's office, and certain things they'll just stick it here. I'm like, why? Just keep it here. Just if you want me to go to the commander's office, why come here? Go here. Anyways, and last but not least, I feel like I forgot something. I should have wrote notes. But this right here, I think is very helpful. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I want to make sure it's the outpost defense that you have. You want to make sure that you're leveling this up. Okay. So to level it up, you go through the storyline. You're going to see in the story when you beat a bad guy, especially the end bad guy, you'll see this grow, and then it'll switch to level and you'll get some gear for it. But the reason why you want this is an idling system. Most games have it. This is what you're using to level. You know, this is the currency you use for the academy and some other stuff, but this is what you need. This is what you need when you get in game, those cores. But point blank, this right here, if you're trying to level, you want to get this on, you want it AFK, and you want to do it efficiently. This is what I do. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll show you. I wait until it's full. Okay. Patience is a virtue. Wait till it fills. I believe you get more as it's, as you wait versus stopping it, like putting gas in the car and coming back because it's at 50% every time. That's just me. Now, if it goes over, there's a certain percentage that you get as well. All right. But point blank, let it hit 99, let it hit 100, let it do what it does. And then you hit claim, bump. When you hit claim, you're going to get all this back. It'll tell you what the amount is. And that's going to instantly give you stuff to level instantly, especially if you're doing the synchro thing. If you're using this, and let's say you're not using the synchro and you're leveling up the characters straight up, which you can, I feel like you're wasting material. Now, after you hit claim, bloop, and get all your gear, you're going to hit wipeout. Wipeout. It's going to give you one for free. What the wipeout's going to do, I'll just straight up just make it seem ridiculously dumbed down because that's how I understood it is, hey, I don't know what it does. I just know it gives me something. It's going to give you a ridiculous amount of these that you need to level up your character for free 99. I do it right after. Now, you may let me know in the comments, no, you should wipe first, then claim, and you get even more, and I'll try it. And if not, I'll just look and say I fell for it. But anyways, once you get that free one, you're going to do it again. But here's the catch. When you do it again, it's going to cost you 50 gems. Okay. But the gems don't pull significantly enough. Yes, when you pull, you get the rate, right? It's a pretty high rate for gacha games, but you don't get enough gems. So what I did was I said, you know what? I want to level up my characters. So I use 50 gems a day and I get this twice. So then I get the claim. It gives me these. I get the free wipeout, gives me this. Then I use 50 gems to get me this. That's just how I do it. This is how I do it. You let me know if that's wrong, but I feel like, hey, the game gives you at least 10 gems a day. 10 gems a day for logging in, you get 10. So those 50 are free. I didn't even pay for those. Like as a free to play, I didn't even pay for those. So you can do that. And then here's another thing for like a little power push. Dealing with gems, you can purchase gems to get to a certain level. So I did a previous video where I wanted Drake. Drake is one of those characters that you can use in PvP and you can use in the storyline. Really good character. I really wanted this character. I didn't know when this event ends. They're like, we'll inform you separately. I'm like, I don't know what if you tell me in 7 days and I'm not ready. But you get Drake level 20, 30, or 20, 40, and 60. So what I did, I think I was like level 12 on the stream or the episode I recorded. And you can come in here and you can purchase with the gems, you can purchase your level increase. And it'll tell you what you're going to get when you get it. So for instance, let's say I click 40. Let's just so you can see it. I'm not gonna spend it. I don't have it. But you see how I get this and I get all this gear. To me, that was a value. And I said that in the stream and I'll say it now. It was a value to do it, to get it to 20. One, I didn't know when this ends. It's a new game. But two, I was lacking some power. And as soon as I got her doing all those other things I talked about, I was able to help clear the content and get where I was at now. But like I said with this, and I said the same thing in that other video, this is something you would hit automatically just by playing the game. Like if you're playing it constantly, you're grinding, you're going to unlock this anyway. because these are just the levels of how you play the game. I just wanted that sooner. So when I get her again, she's in my gotcha pool wish list, and she's here. And in theory, that means if I just play the game, by the time I get to level 60, I'm assuming this is gonna be here until I get to 60. That means I get a chance to get a 4-star, a 4 of her, a 3-star, whatever the case is. So she could be really important for me hitting 160 and pass. So Drake, I hear you like them in this game to look a certain way, and that's perfectly fine. And it's also fine that you were here. I appreciate you being here. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. Once again, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more. Until next time.